So we are going to go down, and you can now edit each one of these sections. So the nice thing about Hestia is you've got all these little pen icons where you can just click and it'll bring you exactly where you need to edit these things. So first we're going to edit the features box. So if you click on that little pencil icon, it'll take you to that features page. And we're just going to change that to services. So this is what our company does. And we're going to change that subtitle to what we do best. And you can change each one of these icons and the text and everything to make it your own. So just click on this feature box here and click on the drop down, and we're going to change that icon. So if you click on this part that says WeChat, you can now change that to whatever you want. I'm going to do an Apple logo because we're going to say that we code with iOS and Android, and we're also going to do a coding course. So let's change all these symbols first. So if we go back out, we can go to the second feature box, change that icon to an Android symbol, and go to the third box, and let's just change that to a coding symbol. Let's do this one. And you can also change all of their colors. So I'm just going to go back to the first one, and let's change that to kind of a grayish color. I'm going to change the Android to a green, and the coding, I'm going to change that to a blue color. And lastly, you can change the names. So if I want to change the name, you can just go down to title inside of that feature box. We're going to change this to iOS development. And you can also make this link to somewhere. So if I click on the Apple symbol, it'll go to whatever custom URL I put in here. So I could link that to my iOS apps. So again, I could do whatever my App Store page was going to be. Again, I don't have one, so I'm just linking to the App Store. So there we go. And if you'd like to add more, you can click Add New Feature and add as many as you'd like. So that is done. Now we can move down to our About section, and I'm going to just show you real quick. You can edit this. You can change the background here. I have another image already saved in those files for you guys. It's called secondary background. It's kind of the gradient that goes downwards instead of to the right. So click Open, then click Choose Image. And we can also edit what it says here. So I'm just going to delete everything and start fresh. So this will say About, and I'm going to just select that, and I can make that a heading 1, which will be the biggest font. And I'm going to click Enter and write, this is where you write your About info. And I can also add an image. So if I click behind About and click a spacebar, I can click Add Media, and you can put a picture of yourself, whatever you want to put. I'm just going to put my logo for now, just to show you. And I'm going to select all this and realign it. So actually, I'm going to put that below the icon. So let's just cut that. Click Enter, paste. There we go. So that's all kind of on top of each other like that. So if you click this X, you can see it a little bit better. And this gray won't be here forever. The actual background will be there once you publish it and go to your site. Next is the Meet Our Team section. So you could put all of the employees here. Just to show you real quick, you can edit this title here by clicking on the pencil. And I'll just change that to Our Team. And you can go over to a team member box. So this is the first one. And we can upload an image into here. So we'll change Desmond to myself. So click Upload Image, Upload Files, Select Files. And I'm just going to add this goofy picture of me that I took. Click Insert into Post. And I can change the name to my name. Oops, if I can spell it right. And you can edit the job title, whatever you want to do. And you can also add a link. So this is actually clickable. So if I were actually out of the customize menu and on the actual website, this image would kind of enlarge a little bit. So you can put a link there. I'm not going to put one for right now. And you can also add all of your social links. So you can also change it. So if you don't have a Google+, you could change it to anything. So I could make this, let's say, my YouTube, and then you can just change the link underneath. So I'm not going to do all that right now, it'll take a while. And you can edit all these sections the same way. So clients, you've got all these client logos which are all clickable. You can edit those so that you can change them to whatever you want. And now we've got the blog and contact. So I'm going to show you how to do your first blog post. But first I'm going to show you how to install a quick plugin for a contact sheet, so it'll allow people to send you an email. So to do this, it says in order to add a contact form to this section, you need to install Pirate Forms. So if you click on that little pencil, so this will bring you to where you can install and activate it. And before you do that, it'd be a good thing to click Publish Site up at the top, that blue button. And then you can click on Install and Activate. Publishing your site just saves the changes that you've made and puts them live for other people to see. Alright, so now that should have installed our contact form. So if we go all the way down, you can now see we've got this contact form. And this is the same accent color that we picked for the button. And you can edit what this says by clicking on the pencil. First I'm going to change this just to contact, just to show you. You can change it. And same with this, get in touch. You could say, well, I'll leave that as get in touch, and I'll change the subtitle to We Don't Bite. And you can change your background image by clicking change image. I'm just going to leave it as the city for now. And you can also edit this information here by going up to contact content and then go down to edit with the little pencil. And this little word editor comes up, and you can change that stuff as well. So your address, 12345 address lane, I don't know. Give us a ring. You can put your information here, so just put the app mine. And you could add an email here, so if you just copy this and paste it below, you can change that to email. And once that's done, you can just click this little X, and now you've got all of your information right here. And in order for anyone's email to actually make it into your inbox, we're going to have to go put in our email. So just save our work by clicking Publish. And then go back to your dashboard. So just click on the X and go to Dashboard. And then just go down to Pirate Forms here and click on Settings. And then you can click on Options over here. So this is where you could put in your email. So you could put it under Contact Submission Recipients. And Pirate Forms is pretty good. They already know that your WordPress email is the one that I wanted to use. If you wanted to change it, feel free to change it. And you can go to Field Settings. So this is where you could determine which fields are required. So I'm going to keep them all as required. I want a subject, I want a message, I want their email, and their name. And you could also add a spam trap, so you could add a Google CAPTCHA to reduce spam. So just click Save Changes. And you could also send yourself a test email. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. Sent email successfully. So now we can just go over to our Gmail and check it. So we're over in our Gmail, and it looks like it didn't show up. But if you go over to your spam folder, you can see that we have got it right here. So it ended up in the spam folder for a couple reasons. One is that we need to uncheck this as spam. So from this email, we're going to uncheck this little box, or remove it, and go back to your inbox. So it'll show up now, just that one email. So the next thing you need to do is grab the name here, WordPress at theappmine.com, or whatever your domain name.com is. So you get that by clicking this little triangle here to show details, and copy that. And we're just going to add that to our contacts. So you can go up here to the top right and click on Contacts. And now just go over to this little pink button and you can add a new contact. So we'll just add that email. Click on Save. And now it recognizes that this is one of your contacts, so the rest of the emails will come through just fine. So if we go back, we can now send a new test email. Email sent success. So let's go back to our email, and now we have the new one that showed up, and it showed up in our inbox just fine.